Thank you so much for your contributions to this particular part of the discussion. What I really got from that is that on one level, we really need to understand how, as people, we continue to raise awareness and provide forums for people to have these conversations. And on another hand, we need to make sure that rather than just seeing this as an opportunity to invest in charities and, groups that work with Black people in various ways, although that is very important, we should also be looking at the bigger picture around how we create generational wealth within Black communities, how we increasingly buy from Black businesses and allow greater financial inclusion in our various societies.
What's really important here for me is optimism. I shared with the Queen's Commonwealth Trust that my little brother asked me a question that really got me thinking the last few days. He said, "Mike, do you actually think things will be better this time?" And he's very straight talking, and he said that to mean, we've had moments before, but are things going to get better? And after doing some thinking, the one way I think things will get better is if we don't treat this as a moment and we commit long term to learn. So even the resources we've been sharing, my hope is that folks don't click on it, read it and go, well, that's that, and then move on, but they commit to lifelong learning. My hope is that we don't donate to charities to absolve ourselves of moral guilt, but we commit to long-term partnerships with businesses that last 10, 20, 30 years. It's about continuing in this vein and continuing in this passion and not having some moment that culminates with a donation. So I think if we all commit to long-term commitment to this cause, then millions and millions of people's lives will be made much better. And again, we're that step closer to the world we all want to live in.
I think it's really easy in conversations like this one to walk away feeling like, well, that was that. Feel horrible now, life is horrible. But kind of turning that into a new kind of energy and letting it propel us forward and thinking about what is possible. I think the future that we envision is not impossible. It just requires some cooperation and some community building, individual people coming together to work as a community. And we really need to work on community building. I think Mike said optimism and recognizing that this is a moment in and of itself, but it's part of a trajectory, and we decide through our actions how we move forward and where we end up.